That is not George Jetson, but it could be you in a personal jetpack. We're getting ready for liftoff, and our Miles O'Brien is going to take flight. You're watching the Most News in the Morning.
3, 2, 1, liftoff. Flying, it's not just for superheroes anymore. Soon, you too could own a jetpack for less than some luxury cars. Our own Miles O'Brien straps in and takes off. You're watching the Most News in the Morning.
Well, you want to beat the traffic to work? Maybe we can interest you in a jetpack. Miles O'Brien there for a live test flight this morning. Hey, Miles, you have outdone yourself today.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we, Alina? This is my first flight. I have not done this before. We're going to try it in about 3 minutes' time. This is the Martin Jetpack. We're at the Oshkosh AirVenture Air Show, and we're going to see if this science fiction dream can really become a reality, and we'll see if I crash. So stay with us for more American Morning.
Well, it's not exactly the famous quote, "Jane, stop this crazy thing," but an inventor just got a futuristic jetpack off the ground, and he says soon you can have one too. It'll cost you 100 G's. Miles O'Brien live in Oshkosh, Wisconsin for a test flight this morning. Miles, I say this with great love. You are the biggest gadget geek I know, and this is the ultimate gadget. How much are you loving this?
I don't know yet, Alina, because I have not done this. This is Glenn Martin. He's one of the inventors of the Martin Jetpack. He's from New Zealand. He's come here to Oshkosh, the Experimental Aircraft Association AirVentures, the biggest fly-in in the world, to show off what is really the ultimate geek dream, the jetpack. We've all dreamed about it, but over the years, it's just never been a practical notion. The jetpacks that have been built maybe fly 30 seconds, a couple of minutes. This one can go for 30 minutes, 60 miles an hour, up to 8,000 feet. We're not going to do any of that today. I've got basically training wheels on the side here. His team is going to make sure I don't get too far astray. But for the first time, I'm going to try this right now and give it a whirl. Here I go. Here I go, Alina. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We're going to talk to Glenn in just a second as soon as I unstrap here. Stand by 1 second.
Well done.
Oh, my gosh, that was unbelievable. Glenn, what was it like the first time you flew it?
I freaked, actually. I took off and I went, whoa, and went back down. But, you know, it was... The second time, I suppose, was better than the first.
All right, it's one thing to do what we just did, hovering with a group of people around you. To go to 8,000 feet, would you do that?
Probably not just yet. At the moment, we're still early in the development program, and we're restricting it to 10 feet height. We need to build up a few hundred hours of flying at that height. Yeah. And then the first person that's going to go over 10 feet and go to 8,000, that'll be me. So.
All right, and right now it is available, though. You can actually purchase it, and it's $100,000.
That's right.
And you don't need a license for this, right?
Well, officially it's an ultralight, so you don't need a license, but you do need training, and we have a training system, and we won't deliver a product to somebody who isn't trained, of course. You know, that would be foolhardy. So, yeah.
Right, right. So how much training would you give to make somebody ready to...
Most people seem to get to the point where they can fly pretty confidently in about 15 hours of training.
All right, let's go. We got this other one over here. I want to show you, Alina, real quickly. Here's the key on all this. Glenn was telling me yesterday, it's the big size of these fans. It's kind of like a big jet engine. It's not really a jet per se, though, is it? You know, it's just it's a leaf blower on steroids, kind of.
Yeah. But here, the world's biggest leaf blower, you know, absolutely. And it makes it very efficient. We turn horsepower into thrust very efficiently, and we do that in such a way that there's no torque left in it. You know, a helicopter has a tail rotor. The technology we've developed inside here means that we don't need a tail rotor or any of those sort of things.
All right, Glenn, thank you very much. I've got 30 seconds. You're going to sign my logbook later. Absolutely. I've got 30 seconds of jetpack time. Yeah. We're going to try one more time. I'll be an experienced flyer next hour. By that time, Alina, I'll be old hat. I don't think you'll let me go to 8,000 feet, but we'll we'll see how far we've progressed. Alina?
You have outdone yourself, my friend. They got to work a little bit on the altitude, but I'm game once you can go a little bit higher. All right, Miles O'Brien, we'll check you out in the next hour. Miles, thank you.
All right, see you.
He strikes just like Thunderball.